Guys, this is the best rental pocket in Temple, Texas for investors, whether you invest in midterm rentals, long-term rentals, or flips. Guys, there's so much opportunity in this area, and the best part is like a hidden gem in Temple. Let's get into it. What makes this kind of area stand out to me is the price point and the type of home that you're going to get. These are right around the same price point as the South odd numbered streets, but check it out. The South odd numbered streets, you're almost always on pier and beam. These are brick slab homes. And the other thing that I like is that if you take a look at these houses, I mean, they're all, freshly mowed, they're landscaped, they have really good curb appeal. You go to the South odd number streets, about 1 in every 3 is gonna look like it's like vacant or it's just getting torn apart. So I still love the South odd number streets, but that's one thing I noticed about this area that really makes me kind of lean towards this pocket as the best pocket in Temple for investing. Price point is great, but there's a reason why the price point is there, because you're still getting into like these 2-1s. My clients just closed on a 2-1 for $150,000. That's what you pay for a 2-1 in the hospital district. You're still very close proximity to the hospital. It's a beautiful neighborhood. The further you go into this Canyon Creek area, the better it gets. You got a master plan community coming in. There's plenty of restaurants, plenty of shopping in this area. All right, let's take a look at some of these homes. This is about the typical home, like this home right here. This one sold for $160,000, I think like a year ago. This is about what you're looking at. Typically, they're gonna come, they have that tile flooring, that square tile that it just doesn't look great. And they typically need a cosmetic update. But that's good, because then you're gonna be more towards that 150 mark on like a 3-2. If there would be a 2-1 that came up for like 130, 120 that needed some rehab, I think that would be the perfect deal in my eyes for Temple, Texas. So now we're on the next street. We were on Sam Houston Drive, which is where my clients had just purchased a home. Now we're on Alamo, Colonel Travis. So the other thing with these, look, duplexes. Why I love these is you're close proximity to the hospital. You're getting a brick slab home, and then you have the opportunity for duplexes. Guys, there are 3 duplexes available right now in the 240, 250 range. This is a great buy because, number one, they're under rented for a long-term rental. But if you go in there, look, check it out. It's this one. This is one that's for sale. I haven't done these on my page because they're tenant occupied, but they're tenant occupied. They're like, $1,200 a month, maybe even less. And this owner is just offloading them. 3 duplexes. And it's like, if you turn that into a midterm rental, first of all, the nurses are gonna like this area because it's quieter, the yards are more well-maintained, and you're still super close proximity to Scott and White. So think about it. You did get a little bit of a discount for the being a duplex, $1,700 a month, bam, times 2, and then you are set. And these are listed at $240. There's one at $240, one at $260, and then there's one at like $270. But they're a really good price for a duplex in Temple, especially whenever you take into consideration the location and then the age of the property. The other thing, so there's 3 phases in this community. They all have very large trees like this. Guys, we're still in kind of a duplex portion. Okay, this is Davy Crockett Drive or Davy Crockett Street. They're all, if you see a historical name, it's going to be this subdivision probably. But look, whenever you get to the single family, the trees look better. Like my clients, they got one with a giant tree in the backyard. It's perfectly set up. I mean, the backyard is like one of my favorite backyards, and it's $150. There's so many other things that you can do with these properties, especially on like the decoration side, whenever you want to furnish it and put a nurse in there. So this area It's like a really healthy mix of duplexes and then single family homes. Like, for example, check this green house up here. Check that out. It's just so cute. You have a large mature tree. They have some bushes there. It's like nothing like super special, but it just looks nice. It gives you a good feeling whenever you're in the area. You know, you're getting it for like the same amount as something in the hospital district that probably doesn't have any trees. Actually, I take it back. The hospital district, they do have trees, but you're not going to see landscaping like that in the hospital district because people don't really care that much. These are, I think the main differentiator is going to be the percentage of owner-occupied homes versus tenant-occupied homes. You're still getting a lot of tenant-occupied homes here, but you have more owner-occupants in this area than over there by the hospital. All right, so after repair value, the buy-in is going to be around the same, but if you can find a good, like my clients, they got a really good deal on theirs. I think these people could have gotten around like the 170, 175 mark for this 2-1, 900 square feet, but they took our offer, and so we're happy with it. That's the thing. You're gonna have a little bit higher, like on a 2-1, 900 square feet in the hospital district, you're gonna be right around 155, 160. And then here, I'd say like between 160 and 170, depending on the finishes. So you're having a little bit of a higher after repair value. I think if you could find one of these homes that was just destroyed, you could probably get into one of these for around the 100,000 mark, because the foundation is good, the electrical and all that stuff is typically good, so you kind of just have to do a cosmetic rehab. But in the hospital district, I mean, you can get in there for 60,000. I actually just had a client get in there for around that mark, and so you can get a little bit cheaper. But I think this is a good neighborhood for if you want to get like a good property that's going to maybe appreciate a little bit better than the hospital district, that's going to have a little bit like less issues than a property over there, because these homes are newer. I mean, the average build, I mean, you're looking at builds between 1978 and like 1990. So the homes are newer. And then also a lot of people, I feel like, are worried about like being on a pier and beam home. All right, so why invest in this area in Temple? Okay, so this is for the investor who's gonna hang on to the property, at least 7 years. You're gonna see a really good appreciation. You're gonna see really good cash flow, especially if you get in on a midterm rental here. And this is especially for the investor who maybe isn't like super comfortable getting into like a 1930s to 1950s home, maybe that wants a newer, reasonably newer home with slab foundation and a brick home, rather than having something towards the hospital that's older and it's on pier and beam. So I think this is a great location for an investor starting out. This would be a great first investment property, any of these properties in this area. And so let's say you have a 2-1 for 150, a 2-1 for 160. For a lot of people, and also for me, I'm like, I would probably prefer the brick home in this neighborhood that you can tell all the people care about, their home, rather than in the hospital district where maybe a few of them don't care about their home. I love the hospital district, by the way. Also, I'm not knocking it, but if it were me, what, like a 10,000 difference, I put 10,000 in being in this good location. You're gonna have less vacancy probably for a long-term rental, and then also being on a slab foundation, a brick home. And it's just, I like this area. I've liked this since I moved here. There's not that much inventory that comes up, but whenever it does come up, it's typically at a good price, and it would be a great rental property. So I wanted to highlight it on this channel. We're gonna get some drone footage in here too. Guys, I hope y'all enjoy this video. If y'all want to invest in this specific subdivision, You can see the homes that pop up right in my website. I have Canyon Creek as a whole marked out on my website. You can learn more, but most importantly, you can get these properties emailed to you. Schedule an appointment with me. Even if you're just thinking about investing, I would love to talk to you guys. You can also call, text, or email me anytime. Let's get it.